All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. They'll give to Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go.
On second down, Hyde. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit! Gone!
First down, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Second down, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Handoff comes to Hyde. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mayfield on play action. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, here's Miller. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Green the line.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Fighting through it. He's got space. Whoa. It still won't go down. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. First-round pick back in 2012. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous call, running a toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping is that they were going to get some pressure from the defensive front and maybe beat them to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run.
Mayfield now on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backward. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Dumping it off for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Richmond!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tiger! Two jet!
They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To the air yet again. Watson caught left side Hopkins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Green the line! Green the line! Richmond! Tiger! Come back! Black 99 Philly! Tiger!
They'll run. It's Miller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Ellington now to return it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Watson on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Come back, down.
Here's Watson to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Over.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
And here comes the Texans now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6. On the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Target!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 34. Watson off play action. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Griffin's got it. Middle of the field. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Watson, back to the air on 2nd down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Richmond. Two jet.
To throw is Watson on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Escapes the defender. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st down, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Second down, Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Kevin Johnson, former first-round pick there defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, Watson. Escapes the sack. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And give them a gain of 37.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Come back!
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They start the drive high, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So fresh out of the... They'll hand it off. 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That's Njoku over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, they pick up win number 7 on the year, and they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.